Hello, I'm your host Marlon Morgan, and you're now tuned in to Respect the Next Television. Today I have legendary vocal teacher with me, Ilana Martin.
How you
Say what's
doing?
up to the people.
How's it going?
So, the number one thing about vocal training, what are like the key components to you teaching these clients?
I believe that in teaching clients, you have to really put across to the client their possibilities for a career. I believe in connecting money with voice, career with potential.
So, you said there was some misconceptions with vocals and vocal training. What are some of them?
That you have to have some awesome talent in order to do it. A lot of people think that if you don't have an incredible talent to begin with, there's nowhere to go. But I've worked with some people who practice a lot, who go further than the people who actually have the talent, because they're willing to stretch their voice. And the voice is a muscle like anything else in your body. So if you're going to be working that much harder than the next person, then you're going to get the results.
So what kind of artists come in and out of here? Or do you have to be an artist, or can you just be somebody, just an aspiring singer, just wake up one day and say, hey, I want to sing? Can I just come to you and you could just make a miracle, or just...
Both. It's both people who are already talented and doing amazing things, who have an artistic sensibility. There is a cost with vocal training, so it's not something that you just wake up one day and say, I'm going to just go by and get some vocal training.
Okay.
But it is something that you dream about. So even people who don't have a lot of talent, if they have a really good songwriting ability, for example,
Okay.
those people can do a lot with their voice, even if they don't start with a lot of talent, because they've got the gift of poetry. So it's a little bit of each. I'd say some people come and they have an amazing voice and they just need vocal health because they're getting hoarse during shows, or maybe they can't really reach the high notes they want, so they come for that. And then other people, they come without so much voice, but with a lot of talent for a song.
Can you mention some of the notable clients you've had, I guess, that people know?
You know, P. Diddy has come, Sean Garrett, Dirty Money, and Free from 106 in Park, and a lot of people who are in reality shows, reality-based shows, as well as rappers have come. Not one to name drop as much, but
Yes.
there's quite a few people who are on the radio who come and use the service.
You're a vocal teacher. Why not become like a big artist, or become like one of the biggest artists? Because you have the high talent, you have the charisma. It's just such a humbling thing to find out somebody that will sacrifice to teach other people. So what are your main reasons for teaching these clients?
Thank you so much, first of all, for even saying that. I appreciate that you say I have charisma, and that somebody with a voice would teach another person. And I do think that's what's special about me. When I was a little girl, literally 6 years old, I was teaching everybody in the neighborhood, holding classes.
Wow, at 6?
At 6 years old.
Wow, what would I do at 6?
And it wasn't even in singing. I just love to teach.
Oh, to teach in general?
I love to teach. I love it. I really do. And so, I mean, when I was 6 years old, the entire neighborhood where I lived would come every day to summer camp. This is when we didn't have school, and I would be the teacher every time, and they would learn the yellow pages.
The yellow?
And they kept coming. I mean, you'd think that they would stop, but I loved it so much that it was a game. And for me, teaching and having my school is a joy. It's a destiny for me. I do have an album out, on the other hand. It's on iTunes, and it's called Mood Swings.
Wow.
And
What genre is it in?
Soul music. And I do plan on another album soon. So that's definitely look up Mood Swings and get on my mailing list if you want to hear me as a vocalist. But I'm that vocalist who loves to sing versus loves to parade the different outfits and sit around and do a lot of, posing. In fact, I'm that person that, because I'm working with the students, I really do sing throughout my day. And I toured background vocal wise with a lot of famous artists like Stevie Wonder and Barry White and Alicia Keys and these people, and it didn't take to me. I was always in a plane, and we were spending so many hours just getting there, and I was like, well, I could have been singing so many songs by now. So I think I'm a free spirit, and that allows me to teach because I love it, and I'm free enough to be here and sing for its own sake without having to necessarily get the spotlight, which is not necessarily the same as just enjoying to sing.
So you've been in the game for a long time, so you know the legends from Patti LaBelle up to like Alicia Keys, who's current.
Correct.
Do you find any differences now between like the voices from back then and now, or is it technology affecting these voices, or how do you feel about that?
It's a great question. I think that technology is the future. It's here. It's going to stay. And I think technologies can be used in good ways to help the music, and it can be definitely used to cheapen the music.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a little both going on. And this school, my school, focuses on real singing. So people who are attracted to real singing are attracted to this school, even if they're beginners.
What's some of the tips you give people, like just basic tips? If somebody was to come to you and say, hey, what's a tip you would give me to just take my singing to the next level? Something real quick.
Oh, open your mouth. A lot of people try and sing like they talk. You see how closed our mouths are? But when you sing, your mouth has to really open, which is actually something that is counterintuitive. A lot of people don't want to open up when they sing. They want to be heard like this, and they wonder why they don't sound good. So that's something very quick to say.
You're adapting to the new technology as well. I see you have like lessons on Skype and online lessons. Do you think it's as effective in person or as of like online in Skype?
Oh yeah, it certainly is effective, just as effective, because if your teacher really knows sound, then the sound, you can imagine talking to your best friend on the phone. Do you speak to them any less importantly? No. On the phone, you speak to them as just as important as if they were right there across the table. In fact, there's less distraction because there's no dinner in the way.
What's the best way for a client to reach you or get in contact with you to sign up for your class?
Because I'm a vocal teacher, I like sound. So call me.
Okay. No emailing.
You can email me. Okay. It will take a longer time than if I hear that you left me a voicemail, or if you call and we pick up the phone. So the phone number is 212-229-7788. And you can always Google vocal workout or Google Ilana Martin, Ilana, and you'll be able to reach us. And I love people, so even if I can't help you, I can suggest some resources and some ways that you can get the help that you need and the support you need to sing all the notes you want to sing.
Ultimately, would you like to branch off and like become like almost like a franchise, just like spread across the country and have schools all over the United States, or would you like to just be a small like kind of
I'd like the best of both worlds. I definitely want that, and we're in the midst of doing that right now. But in that, we don't want to lose the personal touch. So I have amazing teachers, Taraka Patterson, Maria Silimersky, Cheryl Pepsi Riley, and others who are all training under me now so that they can hold franchises themselves in a few years. So the school will always feel small, but it will be getting very big soon. We're in the process of managing the franchise portion now.
Well, good luck with everything. This school is awesome. I love how you interact with your clients. And
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the legendary Ilana Martin.
Respect the next.